Mr. Chidambaram has done a decent job on a budget given his constraints that he's got. On the agri side, there are some good aspects, very good aspects to it. One is that the growth rate for this year, the 11th plan, has been about 3.6% as opposed to the target of 4%, which I think is still a very good achievement over a 5-year plan. And hopefully if you can bring this up to 4% in the next 5-year plan, we should not really have this pressure on inflation and agriculture commodities. The agri exports have crossed 1,38,000 crores, which is again a tremendous job given the constraints on exports. And this is what we like to look for in the fine print of the budget when it comes through. Whether the short-term policies on exports have been removed and you have a long-term policy. If we do have a long-term policy, which we hope that Commerce Ministry will announce and which the Finance Minister has agreed to support, we would find it a big boost for exports, which would lead to a very good return for the farmers. The budget allocation for the ministry at 27,000 crores is again a step in the right direction, which we think is long overdue. The agriculture credit being increased to 7 lakh crores is also a fantastic opportunity, and hopefully the farmers will be able to access this credit easily and use it for increasing their productivity. Some of the other initiatives that are taken which need to be commended are continuing the thrust on increasing the productivity of agriculture in the northeastern states, which has shown good performance over the last 2 years and hopefully will continue to do, because those are the few areas in India which are not water stressed. So if you can move high water requirement crops to those areas, it would be a great achievement. We also have again a good thing in the higher investment in R&D. We all know that the Indian agriculture sector is under tremendous stress, especially due to climate change. And unless we have R&D that develops varieties suitable for the anticipated climate conditions, we're going to be in deep trouble. So at least the government is now trying to take ameliorative steps now itself and develop varieties and agronomic practices for those types. Basically, we have a few things that we feel that the government could have done much more, but we are not too sure yet. One is on this fertilizer subsidies. What is the higher cost of agriculture equipment? We don't know what has been the things there. Unless we get the budget proposal or look at the fine print, we can't comment on it. But we were looking forward for how does the farmer reduce the cost of his cultivation so that the thrust on higher prices reduces, and how can he increase his productivity by higher mechanization, and how does it facilitate that we can't answer this. So overall, I think it is quite a good, decent approach by the Finance Minister, and we hope the Commerce Ministry supports him in his steps. And by April, we will have a much more dynamic, much more progressive outlook.